used comparing yourself to someone else. Some people would probably debate me on this in a more healthier way, because I use it not to be like wah, 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 but like I'm doing that next year.
That's good.
Positive,
right? Absolutely. So I love it.
I'm taking that from you. Like I'm gonna that's gonna be me.
Uno, dos, tres.
So for anyone listening right now who's like, holy crap, CeCe is my spirit animal. I love what she said. Everything like this is that's me. I'm in that 2-year, 2 years into the industry. I don't really know that much. Maybe they're from a small town. Maybe they're running a venue, or they're, doing something like that in an area where they don't feel like, maybe has the glitz and the glam of New York or California, just like you're saying. What would be a piece of advice that you could give to them to kind of go along this journey and to getting into working with better clients, getting those bigger budget weddings? Did you have kind of something that you did in that? Was it a mentor? Was it coaching? What did you kind of do to make that jump? How can other people do that as well?
I did a lot of stalking, and I did a lot of failing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you said stalking?
I saw stalking.
Nice.
Yeah. Like I would stalk my competitors that did what I wanted to do. And then I would make sure that I did that next year. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, she's there. I'm going to do that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I used comparing yourself to someone else. Some people would probably debate me on this in a more healthier way, because I use it not to be like, wah, 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 but like I'm doing that next year.
That's good.
Positive.
Right? Absolutely. I love it.
I'm taking that from you. Like I'm going to, that's going to be me. And so that's how I really did that. I will tell you there were big shifts in my business, okay? Huge shifts. And the 3 biggest shifts that I think that catapulted my business, really 4. The mindset, realizing that it was even out there, and not comparing, not saying that doesn't exist, so I can't do that. Once I realized that I could do anything I wanted to, and that if as cheesy as it sounds, if the Wright brothers would have been like, well, things don't fly, and and some Graham Bell would have been like, there's no such thing, where would we be? So sometimes you just have to be okay with that doesn't exist, and I'm going to make a way. And until I'm dead in the ground, I'm going to firmly believe it can happen. So that mindset was number 1. Number 2 was proper branding. That seems so cheesy, but proper branding and a logo. I was just telling somebody the other day that my very first branding, because I'm like, I'm a creative, I know how to work clip art, I can do like a logo. Well, that's not I should have never attempted to do that myself. I mean, my very first branding was clip art. It was free templates from Vistaprint. My cards on the back said, I got these cards for free if you would like some. I mean, like it was at a duck on a barrel to some flowers that I had done. I mean, it was an atrocity. And so we were probably about a year and a half in when I was like, hey, I keep hearing these people talk about branding and I need a logo. And my family was like, no, we need to make more money and then we'll invest. And I was like, no, we need to get this and then it's going to get better. And I just went toe to toe with them. And finally, I was just like, well, I'm doing it. I mean, my name on the shirt, so whatever. And so I invested money that I didn't have in branding and a logo. And as you see, it's on everything that sits still to this day. It took me from I'm just here to play to like I'm serious. This is my jam. Like I invested in me, in my business, and I quit just utilizing free, cheap resources that were available to me. That was a huge catalyst. I would probably say that was the very first one after mindset. And then the last one was when I went for 3 years. CeCe Designs was over my mom's 3-car garage. Now listen, my mom lives in a palatial mansion. Let's be real, okay? So over her 3-car garage was not like slum dog millionaire. Like, let's just be clear about that. But I started growing my clientele. And I remember the first time I lost it was a $30,000 floral budget that I knew somebody was going to do. I wanted it. I knew I could do it. I had tried to prove it in all these different ways. There was no reason why the planner wouldn't. I actually reached out to the planner and was like, hey, I know they're getting married. I want this, but they were always bringing me like their dinky little small ones. And they never even brought them to me. They wouldn't even let me like speak to them. I was so pissed. I was so angry. But it was like I had an epiphany to where I was like, well, why would they? You know, I work out of my mom's garage. Okay. If you're willing to spend $30,000 just on your florals, you're looking for an experience. You're looking for a luxury, like you don't meet at Starbucks. Okay. They're looking for a totally different. You wouldn't hire an attorney that was like, yeah, come to my office that I run over my house at my garage. And here's on, I'd be like, you shady. No. So that was when I was like, I need a space. I need a space that says, yet again, I ain't playing. I'm here for real. So we got the space that I'm in now. It's a 4,000 square foot warehouse, office combo space. I mean, everything is painted white with gold and chandeliers. But I mean, that was literally the next thing that I think really catapulted me. And I just made these huge investments in my company, which solidified me as I'm not going away. Mm-hmm. And kind of, I picked up on these cues that I was finding that I felt would elevate myself and my brand, and I invested in them.